Hey everyone, and welcome to the Prakachar AI Hub. We're all about breaking down the coolest, most mind-blowing advances in AI. And trust me, today we have something huge for you.
So let's get right into it. We're diving deep into something from Google DeepMind that is, well, it's pretty wild. It's called Genie 3, and it's not just an update. It's poised to totally revolutionize how we think about and create virtual worlds.
Seriously, just think about this for a sec. What if you could build an entire video game world just by typing out a single sentence? You just describe what you want, and poof, a whole playable world appears right in front of you. I know, it sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? Well, it's not science fiction anymore.
Okay, so to really get what's going on here, the first thing you have to understand is that Genie 3 isn't just another one of those AI image generators. Nope. This is a whole different beast, a completely new category of AI.
The big phrase you need to know is world model. See, we're not talking about an AI that spits out a static picture or even a short little video clip you can't change. A world model literally builds an entire 3D environment, one that you can actually explore, walk around in, and, interact with. I mean, look at this jump. It's massive. We're going from just looking at stuff AI made to actually being in it, exploring it. Before it was passive, you just watched. Now it's active. You're a participant. And that right there is the real game changer. It shows the AI doesn't just know what things should look like, it's starting to understand things like space and how objects should behave. So what does this all add up to? Well, we are literally witnessing the birth of a brand new field. We've heard about generative art, generative text. This is something else. This is generative world building. Okay, that sounds incredible, I know. But how does the magic actually happen, right? How does Genie 3 take a few simple words and turn them into a living, breathing virtual space? Let's pull back the curtain and see how it works. For something so complex, the process from our side is actually pretty simple. It all starts with your idea, which you type out as a text prompt. Then the AI does its thing. It creates this dynamic 3D world, and boom, you're in. You can move around, look at whatever you want. And get this, you can then add new commands to change things up, and the world even remembers what you did, keeping everything consistent. So let's use an example to make this real. Imagine you type in a medieval town square with a bustling market. Instead of just staring at a blank screen, you would instantly be transported into a 3D town square. You could walk past the market stalls, feel the atmosphere, it's all there. But wait, it gets even better. It's not static. While you're standing in that medieval square, you could type a new command, something like add rain and summon a dragon. And just like that, the sky would darken, the rain would start to fall, and a dragon would appear overhead. This is real-time interactive creation. It's wild. And don't picture some clunky, stuttering slideshow. No way. These worlds run at a silky smooth 24 frames per second. That's the same standard used in movies, which means your experience feels fluid, it feels responsive, kind of like you're playing a modern video game. This stuff is it's absolutely fascinating, isn't it? If you're as blown away by this as I am and you want to stay on top of tech that's shaping our future, this is a really good time to hit that subscribe button. We break it all down right here. And trust me, you are not going to want to miss what's next. All right, so the tech is clearly mind-blowing, but let's talk about the so what. What does this mean for the real world? Why is a tool like Genie 3 not just another step forward, but a full-blown revolution? Well, the list of potential uses is just massive. We're talking about upending entire industries. Think about rapid game development, training AI and robots, immersive education, creative storytelling, even dynamic VR and AR experiences. It's going to touch everything. I have to say, this example really gets me excited. Imagine a history class, but instead of just reading about ancient Rome in a textbook, you could actually walk the streets of ancient Rome. You could stand in the forum. It would make history feel so present, so alive. The potential for learning is just absolutely staggering. And for game developers, this is a complete paradigm shift. An idea for a new level, a new world, they could prototype it in minutes, not months. Think about that. It just shatters the old timelines, freeing up creators to spend less time on busy work and more time on being innovative and making the game fun. But maybe one of the most powerful applications is training other AIs.
You could create limitless virtual worlds to train the next generation of AI agents. Think about teaching a robot how to navigate a complex city, but in a totally safe, simulated environment where there's zero real-world risk. That's a huge deal.
So when you step back and look at the whole picture, what does this all mean for us, for the future? Well, it points to a really fundamental change in how we interact with technology and digital worlds.
The bottom line is this. With tools like Genie 3, the future isn't just something you sit back and watch anymore. It's something you actively build, something you explore. That line between what you can imagine and what you can actually create and play in, it's getting thinner every single day.
And that just leaves me with one final question for you, a really exciting one. If you have this power, if you could create any world you wanted, what would you build first? Seriously, think about it. What's the very first world you would bring to life? If you want to make sure you don't miss out on the future as it happens, go ahead and subscribe to the Prashar AI Hub. We'll be right here breaking down these incredible breakthroughs for you. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me and diving into the world of Genie 3. I had a blast exploring this with you. See you in the next one.